In Yu-Gi-Oh, there were only 3 character cards that were ever released, and it's actually quite special to have character cards like that. And the creator is feels very passionate that there aren't any character cards. So thank you.
But if you'd like to fly to Japan and take it up with him, perhaps you can get a meeting.
I'll do it.
But we create the token cards specifically for that.
Yeah, so it's close.
The one with the white hat, white cap.
Yes, you, sir. You win.
I was wondering, it was more of a request. The remainder of the Q&A, could you guys do the respective voices?
Do it in character?
No. But you can, Dan.
Well, thank you, Gregory.
And the guy beside you, or...
I'd love to get a ham sandwich right now.
I'm really hungry. I need to do my laundry. You guys have probably seen that video, right?
Dakota, clean your room!
Other than the voices already mentioned that you guys do, is there any others?
Let's see. Tristan, I did a season of Duke on G.I. Joe.
Yeah!
Yeah, 4Kids obliterated that franchise. Obliterate! Raphael, I played Sam Speed on Sonic. Thank you. Wait a second, I think I just heard some crickets out there. And once you're in at 4Kids, you get on, my daughter Savannah is here and she loves Winx Club. I played Brandon on Winx Club. Yeah! Thank you for all you 6-year-old girls out there. Oh, my daughter. Thank you.
And I played Sky. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, Dan and I both were on Winx Club.
Yeah.
Check it out, man.
And get your fairy dress on. If you don't have any, I have some to spare. A couple other my favorites were Hudson Orstachio in Viva Pinata, because I got to pretend like I was really conceited. And another favorite...
Typecasting.
Hello. What do you mean? If you were as cool as I am, you'd love yourself too. But another fun one was something that you guys probably never saw, but it's called Pat and Stan, and it was from France. And it's a computer animated show, completely silly, a lot of like fart jokes and whatever, but it was so juvenile, and I got to play a big gay hippo. So I got to do things like, oh Stan, what's gonna happen now? Lunch? You know, so, which is great, because, you know, it's so different than the Pharaoh or, you know, that kind of thing, so those are fun.
Purple shirt.
Purple shirt.
Purple shirt.
They called it Purple Shirt.
Are you guys on, is there a way for any of us to follow you maybe on Facebook or Twitter?
Stalk
Follow
you?
your work?
No, I don't have a fan page on Facebook, and I'm on Twitter, but I don't tweet. I just follow a bunch of people.
And I don't have anything against Facebook, but I just never hopped on, so, yeah. Although I have heard that somebody did create a Dan Green account on Facebook, and they were totally posing, you know. So you can follow a fake Dan Green.
Behind you, Ian.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
I got a question for both of you. What's your favorite part about being in the booth and recording? Like, what do you enjoy the most about recording voices?
I don't know. Do you have a favorite part of being in the booth, Jay?
Yeah, well, it's fun being done. It's actually fun to use your imagination and try to put yourself in these situations. It honestly is. And depending on what character you're playing too, you get to do different kinds of things. You know, everybody tends to like the Pharaoh more than Yugioh, but Yugioh was also kind of fun to play, you know? So yeah, embracing different characters and whatever, in situations that you will never find yourself in real life. Very infrequently is the world at stake based on a Duel Monster game. Very infrequently.
You know, I would have to say, I mean, we've been at 4Kids now for 10 years, and I've met some of my best friends there. Wayne Grayson, who actually plays Joey,
Yeah.
he was Michelangelo on the Turtles. That's when I met him. He became one of my
He's awesome.
close friends. So over the years, it was a great place to go, especially when you're an actor, which is a transient lifestyle. You don't have an office. You're just moving from job to job. 4Kids has always been a place for Dan and I to go each week and see the same people, and it's a great group of people, whether it's the actors, the engineers, the directors. So I guess when I think about that, I mean, it's always fun to work on the shows, but it's more, you know, Darren, who directed 5Ds, is one of my good friends, and Mike is the engineer, who's a great guy, and like we just have a blast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you go in there and you're just working. We're joking around. We're talking about what's going on, and I mean, 4Kids isn't doing as much right now, but I mean, at its heyday, when they were doing 5, 6, 8 shows at a time,
Yeah.
there were hundreds of actors there. It was an awesome place. I mean, we used to go out all the time.
Yeah.
Back in the day when we weren't old and tired, and it's been really fantastic to have an opportunity just to work there, because both Dan and I have gotten to meet just so many talented, funny, cool people. You know, people are working on cartoons, and for the most part, they're pretty psyched and it's pretty fun.
They didn't give you an office? They gave me an office.
What?
Everything he said, yeah.
I just got a private jet.
What in the red t-shirt?
Yeah, my question for you guys since the game being out for 10 years and it started out as a children's card game, how shocked are you guys for it to become the #1 card game and about everybody not being children that play it?
It's really cool for me to have people come up and say, "You were my childhood," and I'm like, "Really? You could have done better, but thanks for listening to me. Glad you like the show."
Yeah, my appreciation for the game has grown just because my son plays, and especially these days when there's so many video games and television. I mean, it's a game about strategy and math and thinking, and you know, he loves to come because now he's met these guys that play Yugioh. They all speak the same language, man, and it's the language of Yugioh. It's crazy to come here. It's like, you know, it's this subculture of people who are into this game, which is it's a great game. So
And there are other shows and other companies that tried to emulate this business model, right? I think there's a reason why this stuck around, right? Because it's good, it's interesting, you know, it's compelling. So, and that's no mistake. That's right.
it's Yugioh.
And it is a children's game. We've got 97 kids in the Dragon Duel Championship this year.
That's right. But
That's right.
it's also compelling enough to still be interesting when you grow up.
Yeah, they doubled
Not that
the
I
numbers.
recommend growing up.
Yeah, never grow up.
Never
Not
grow
worth
up.
it. Yeah, around the back there somewhere.
Yeah, somebody in the back.
The yellow t-shirt with the face? Is that a face?
It's a face with yellow hair.
This one's for Greg. During the duel, why didn't you use Battle Fader to protect your life points?
Yeah, thanks a lot now, man. Where were you? I could have used that advice like a half hour ago.
You know what would have been good if you were also Tristan cheering yourself on.
That would have been cool.
And then
Go Yugi and Yusei.
Go Yusei.
Hey, can I duel yet? Okay, I'll just go back to cheering.
And be a robot monkey.
I'm gonna put this moose in my hair.
And the black t-shirt with the necklace.
The dude over there, yes.
Yeah.
That dude right there.
Ponytail.
Ponytail.
Did you ever anticipate learning and progressing in the story and figuring out what was going to happen next? You came in to voice one episode, then wanted to know what happened in the next, or did you ever care?
Obviously, caring, yes. But sometimes they don't have the time to give you the information you want. But Eric Stewart was always very good about giving you an outline of what was happening in that episode you were about to record. And certainly toward the series finale, I really wanted to know, okay, exactly how is this going to play out? And but I mean, I also had referenced the manga at that part of the story arc, but it always changes, you know, into the animation. But I was really pleased with the way the series concluded, and I thought it was very gutsy for them to conclude the series, even though it was still popular. Like, nope, this is the story arc, and now it's over. I think that was really cool.
They don't give you much information, so in terms of knowing what's coming next, sometimes the director doesn't even know because they haven't gotten the script. But like Dan said, a good director will really encompass what's going on, so you have a sense of what the meaning is of what you're doing when you walk into the booth. So, and Eric Stewart was very
really good with that, yeah.
really detailed, and like Dan said, that really can make it, especially when you're working in outer space. You don't know what's going on. You're saying lines out of context. If you have a director that knows what they're doing, it's really going to help your performance.
All right, I'll take two more questions. Striped, or no, that's not, a checkered shirt with green.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Here it comes.
I was wondering if you guys actually watched the show, and if you did, what were some of your favorite episodes?
Early on, I was watching the show just to make sure that I didn't suck a lot, you know, to see how it was coming out. And some of those, the first season was a lot of fun for me because there was a lot of great dynamics going on between Yugi and Yami and Kaiba, and obviously Pegasus, and I got to say Grandpa a lot, and the conclusion of the series too. Okay, so like the beginning and the end were for me probably the stuff that was most emotionally resonant.
I can't think of a favorite episode, and in terms of, I mean, obviously I've seen it, but like my son and daughter watch it on Saturday, so I'll sort of catch it and hear it, and like Dan, I'll check in to make sure it's not terrible and I'm sort of like still in the right spot and it's making sense. I love the movie. I
like the movie a lot.
I was so psyched. I mean, I always wondered, like, they should put these guys together, and they did for Bonds Beyond Time, and I wasn't able to go to the premiere because I was out of town, so I took my family, and we went down and just saw it in Times Square in New York City, and we saw it with a packed house that were like you guys. They were all hardcore fans. It was sort of like doing the duel. It was so exciting to watch the movie with them because they just appreciated it so much. So, and it was great to get to do something with Dan and that character, and I sort of wish they had done more of that. I mean, I think that could have made a really cool series, actually, if they'd put Yugi and Yusei and Jaden in the same show.
It was also really fun, having not done the Pharaoh or Yugi for like 6 years. It was great to get back to them. It was sort of like reuniting with old friends. It was like, oh, I know these guys. That's fun.